Colombia, I always in my head have a question. I see the other people. I go to Shabbos. I eat kashrut. I do all the mitzvot. I study in Torah. I stay. But I think what happened with the soul of the goyim? What happened with that soul? If that soul is no to make the Shabbat is no, ¿cómo se? Todas y para que le traduzcas, no sé cómo decirlo. Esas almas no, como que no añoran, no anhelan regresar a Hashem, como que, porque Él las creó, pero esas almas no añoran como que regresar, o sea, ¿por qué nosotros hacemos tu Shabbat y esas almas de ellos siguen en lo mismo, en la idolatría y todo eso?
He's asking seems for him that why is the purpose of the souls of the goyim, because it seems like they want to stay the way they are, like there's not like a sense of doing tshuva, getting closer to Hashem or whatever it is. And as a Jew, you always have that in, like, at the time, whenever it comes, like, at a certain point in your life, you want to become, like, religious or come closer to a higher being. But it seems for him that going just, like, live life.
So, first of all, the concept is not true, because there is something that is like tshuva, according to Judaism, by the non-Jews, which is to keep the 7 laws of Noah. Okay? So and today in the world it becomes to be a big thing. There's like, I don't know how, but how much I don't know if it reached millions, but I think there's for sure thousands and maybe hundreds of thousands of people that are very like established communities that like goyim, that they're keeping the 7 laws of Noah. Okay, and that's enough. You know, like there's no reason for someone that is not Jewish to convert to Judaism. We are not trying to convince non-Jews to become Jewish. Just like if they want to keep the Torah as non-Jews, so they just have to keep the 7 laws of Noah. So it's much easier than keeping all the 613 mitzvot, right?
But so, what happened with the soul?
So if a guy is keeping the 7 laws of Noah, so he goes to heaven. You know Rav Specher? Where he says all the time, keep the 7, go to heaven. you have a sticker like that, like a saying like that.
Some kind of, I don't know how called that, but it's Ben Noach. You know what I mean?
Ben Noach is the concept of someone that is not Jewish and is accept on himself to keep the 7 laws of Noah. Okay, it's not. Now there is opinion that someone that want to keep it, he should go in front of a beit din and declare that he wants to start keeping the 7 laws of Noah, and they announce him to be a Ben Noach, and then he have like more connection to the Torah through those rabbis of the beit din. He have more connection, and then, but even someone that didn't do that. For example, if we have someone that is not Jewish that is watching this video now, and he gets his inspiration, he can keep the 7 laws of Noah, and he will go to heaven, even though it doesn't go in front of a beit din. But it's good to be connected, you know, because some people, they don't know what is the meaning of the 7 laws of Noah. So if even someone that is not Jewish, he decides that he wants to go in this way, so he have a rabbi, so he can ask him, what exactly is the way? What is the meaning of? For example, I heard that many Christians that when they hear about the 7 laws of Noah, so they say, "What's the problem? I'm keeping all the 7 laws of Noah." They don't think about Christianity as idol worshipping, so they think, "What's the problem? And I'm already doing it." But the answer is they are doing a mistake, because Christianity is going against the one of the 7 laws of Noah of not believing in idol worship, right? So the point of how to understand each one of those concepts that are standing like in the background of the 7 laws of Noah is something that needs to be explained. Okay, and so someone that is connected to the rabbis, beit din, so they can give him the right way of approaching that. and then he can be certain that he goes to heaven afterwards.
Also, to whom are keeping the 7 laws of Noah, does he like keep the Shabbat and also use kippah? No, it's not including.
He can put kippah, but there's no reason to put kippah. But about Shabbat for sure not, because it says that the Shabbat is a special covenant between Am Yisrael and Hashem. So someone that is not Jewish, he can be part of a community that's keeping Shabbat, but he himself is not. He cannot keep Shabbat. You have to break Shabbat at least one time within Shabbat. You have to do something that is breaking Shabbat, because as long as he didn't convert, so he's not part of this special covenant. I know that some people that they are in the process of converting, so it's very, very hard for them emotionally. That they are part of Shabbat and they feel part of the Jewish people, but then they have to break Shabbat. Yeah, but this is the right thing to do. That's what Hashem wants.
So not keep the Shabbat.
Not keep the Shabbat. Someone that didn't convert yet should not keep the Shabbat.
Just do one melach.
At least one time. He can do more. Yes, he doesn't have any obligation to keep Shabbat.
I mean, but since he wants to convert, he has to train and whatever.
Okay, so he can learn, he can train, but what?
Like learning.
Yes, but it's not, he should remember that he cannot keep Shabbat, and at least one time in Shabbat to do something that is like breaking Shabbat, to open and close the light, to light a match, whatever. But one time along the Shabbat, not to keep the Shabbat. The problem is when we have situations of someone that there's a doubt if he's Jewish or he's not Jewish. Okay, and today there's many stories like that. He says, I heard from my mother, I heard from my father, I'm not sure, maybe my grandmother told me, all kinds of stories, and then you don't know. If he's Jewish, he has to keep Shabbat. If he's not Jewish, he's not allowed to keep Shabbat. Now he's like a limbo. Okay, so the answer is Safek Doraita L'Chumra, right? But then if he's not Jewish, so he's obligated in death. Right? Goy that someone that is not Jewish and is keeping Shabbat, so he have to supposed to be killed, right? So it's not so it's taking a big risk. So it's very, very important for people like that to make a good research and to find out the truth, and then they can for themselves. Maybe he will not have a proof, so he will have to convert anyhow for to be accepted, but for himself, he's not that he's Jewish, so he's keeping the Shabbat. For example, we have a rabbi in the yeshiva that he knew that he's Jewish. His parents both told him that there's no doubt they are Jewish, so he didn't have a doubt about it. But to get married here and so on and all of that, so he had to convert. So he didn't really convert. He was Jewish all the time, but just for the Jewish people to accept him, to count him for minyan and for marriage purposes and all of that, so he did the conversion. But he's not a real convert because he was Jewish all the time. Okay. Anyhow, in any case, so like that, it's very recommended to ask a rabbi advice of what to do and how to do it, and to solve it in each one according to his needs and special situation. Okay?